What is up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new show. I am starting Mr. Robot. This is a show that has been highly recommended by many of you in my community, most of which coming from viewers who watch my reactions to both Severance and Dark. There is a bit of an overlap between those two shows. But yeah, most people who saw my reactions to Dark recommended me Severance, and now those people are recommending me Mr. Robot. Apparently it is right up my alley. Which at this point I have no doubt. I feel like I am trusting my community, at least for these reactions, because when they when they recommend me Severance, it is absolutely right up my alley. In regards to Mr. Robot itself, I don't know much about this show. Literally, the only thing that I know right now is this poster with Rami Malek just staring at me intensely. But what this show is about, I don't know much about it. As I said, I'm assuming he is the titular Mr. Robot. I'm assuming this has something to do with technology. I am guessing his character based on what I am seeing from the poster, the way he has his hoodie on. And if this is, in regards to technology, then I'm assuming that he's like a hacker or some sorts. I would assume he's also very antisocial. He has no friends. He likes to be in the shadows. He is very secluded. Maybe he talks about society every now and again. That's usually the stereotype of these kinds of characters. At least that's what I'm getting at from like this poster alone. So yeah, maybe I'm completely off base. Maybe it's completely different. Maybe Mr. Robot is actually somebody else and Rami Malek's just there. But yeah, I am excited to finally get to see this highly rated and highly popular show and see what all the fuss is about. So if you are watching this for the first time, or at least you're watching me for the first time, then I do many reactions on the channel. And if you do want to support me, you can head on over to the Patreon, links in the description, where you can get early access to many, many different shows, including Mr. Robot. If you are watching this on YouTube, then chances are I'm already watching season 2, hopefully, at this point. So do check that out. So if you do want to get early access, and if you do want to support me on the channel, head on over to the Patreon. All right, that is enough shilling from me. Without any further ado, let us start Mr. Robot.
Hello, friend. Hello, friend. That's lame. Maybe I should give you a name.
Oh.
But that's a slippery slope. You're only in my head.
Oh.
You have to remember that.
Oh, okay. He's talking to us.
What I'm about to tell you is top secret. A conspiracy bigger than all of us.
Right.
There's a powerful group of people out there that are secretly running the world.
Okay.
The top 1% of the top 1%, the guys that play God without permission. And now I think they're following me.
I love that opening shot. Like we're actually seeing, the people in shadow.
I should have gone to Angela's birthday party. Instead, I went to...
All right. We're dealing with a shadow government, or that's what he assumes he is going against.
You're wrong. Your real name's Rohit Mehta. You changed it to Ron when you bought your first Ron's coffee shop 6 years ago. When I decided to hack you.
Okay. So I was right.
I know you run a website called Plato's Boys.
Plato's Boys?
The onion routing protocol, it's not as anonymous as you think it is. Whoever's in control of the exit nodes is also in control of the traffic, which makes me the one in control. All your emails, all your files, all your pics.
Ah.
You want them to find out about the 100 terabytes of child pornography you served to your 400,000 users?
Ugh. Yikes.
I did not hurt anyone. I never did.
Yuck.
I mean, I don't jerk off to little kids, but I don't know how to talk to people.
Antisocial, right?
My
Right,
dad
right.
was the only one I could talk to. Leukemia. Yeah, I definitely got it from radiation at the company he worked at, though I couldn't prove it.
Hmm. Is his dad a scientist? Worked in a lab?
So that's what this is about. Money. That's all you care about.
I don't think he cares about money.
I made sure to include the current time and location on my anonymous tip.
Wait, hold on. I'll give you the money. I'll pay you.
But now he wants to give him money.
I don't give a shit about money.
Okay. We set the character up.
I deleted him.
Hey! Hey, you! Hey, kiddo!
Deleted him.
Exciting time in the world right now. Exciting time.
But I'm only a vigilante hacker by night. By day, just a regular cybersecurity engineer.
Okay, okay.
Gideon.
That's my childhood friend, Angela. She can be a bit high-strung sometimes, but trust me, she's one of the good ones.
He was there.
She was right. I like most of the people, but our business, a cybersecurity firm that protects corporations, I can't think of anything I hate more. No, I love it here.
Why are we protecting the corporations when we should be protecting, like, the people? Okay, okay.
I'm late on my last 2 student loan payments, and I can't get Gideon to give me a raise.
Hey.
Hi.
Can't stand me. And you know why, Angela. I can't have that kind of negativity in my life.
Okay. Establishing some of the character relationships between Elliot, Angela.
Though she's a psychologist, she's really bad at reading people, but I'm good at reading people. My secret, I look for the worst in them. Her most recent foray, Michael Hansen. I searched for him online, but nothing came up. No LinkedIn, no Facebook, nothing.
You're angry at everyone. At society.
Fuck society.
I'm liking the narration so far. It's not distracting or anything. Kind of adds more to Elliot's character.
What is it about society that disappoints you so much?
Everything.
Is it that we collectively thought Steve Jobs was a great man, even when we knew he made billions off the backs of children?
Ooh. Ooh.
The world itself's just one big hoax. Spamming each other with our burning commentary of bullshit masquerading as insight. Or is it that we voted for this? Not with our rigged elections, but with our things, our property, our money. Not because Hunger Games books makes us happy, but because we want to be sedated. Because it's painful not to pretend. Because we're cowards.
The way he's...
Elliot, you're not saying anything.
Oh. Okay.
Don't be frustrated.
Why shouldn't I be?
What it's like to feel alone.
Yeah, look who's in control
Understand the
now.
pain.
Why do you think I know what it's like to feel alone?
Shit. From her emails?
Elliot?
I don't know.
Did you go to Angela's birthday party?
She likes the Hunger Games.
You're hiding again. Elliot, when you hide, your delusions come back. It's a slippery slope. Talk about the men in black you've been seeing. Are they still there?
Yeah. I got other
Plans, right. That's what you said the last 3 times I asked you.
We saw the quote-unquote men in black in the train.
I'm okay with it being awkward between us.
Yeah, I'm not okay with that.
I don't normally do stuff like this.
Am I crazy not to like this guy? Among some of his Facebook likes are George W. Bush's Decision Points, Transformers 2, Revenge of the Fallen.
Oh.
I want you to like me too.
I understand. I'll try harder.
When did this show came out? I'm quite curious. I didn't check. At least this show is set in like the early 2000s or the mid 2000s.
E Corp, the largest conglomerate in the world, a perfect monster of modern society. The E might as well stand for evil. There he is, Terry Colby, the CTO.
I know it looks a little complicated.
Even though he's the head technology guy at one of the biggest companies in the world, he owns a BlackBerry.
All the traffic.
Oh yeah, this is absolutely set in like the late 2000s. Blackberries?
Oh, hi. Tyrell Wellick. I'm Senior Vice President Technology.
Elliot.
So I see you're running Gnome. You know, I'm actually on KDE myself.
An executive running Linux, but
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I'm an executive. I mean, why am I even running Linux?
Whoa! Look at this.
It's gonna be fun working with you. I should join the rest of the group.
Tyrell. Yeah, Tyrell's gonna be important, I feel.
sometimes I dream of saving the world. But I can't stop it. I'm not that special.
Gives to the poor.
I hate when I can't hold in my loneliness.
Whoa. Whoa.
That's not an option.
His mother? Past trauma?
I have 8 milligrams Suboxone for maintenance in case I go through withdrawals. Shit. I'm out again. It's just a regular drug deal, like it always is.
Fine.
I'm not on Facebook.
What? Why not?
Because I hate Facebook.
Same.
You want to do these together then? Pure Molly.
Don't ever make decisions when you're on morphine.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael Hansen. Time to find out who you really are.
Alright. The Man in Black.
Hi. I just left my keys in one of your cabs. 56Y2.
Haha.
Help me out. Roads are expensive, guys. Come on. Come on. Will you go? Come on, go.
Hey.
Thank you.
B of E? Calling himself.
No answer. Thanks anyway.
I need you to come to All Safe.
You're there? It's 3 in the morning.
They attacked Evil Corp servers again, but it's bad this time. It's a DDoS attack.
She says Evil Corp.
I'll be right there. Did you reconfigure the DNS?
Yes.
Stop the services.
I already stopped the services, tried to reboot the servers, but they're not coming back up. Dude, someone is straight up finger blasting their entire network right now.
I don't think this is just a DDoS attack.
Something more.
I think they got a rootkit sitting inside the servers.
What's a rootkit?
It's like a crazy serial rapist with a very big dick.
Okay.
Tell everybody to start taking everything offline.
On it.
The server farm in Dulles, we're gonna need the jet.
Oh, we're just moving. We are moving.
What's the ETA before it hits this server?
What? I don't even know.
We're okay.
I'm loving this. Like, I'm engaged. F Society.
F Society. This was way too easy. They didn't hide it well at all.
They wanted it to be known.
This note is from me. Why can't I delete it? I don't want to delete it. I want it to stay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll reconfigure the access to the root directory so only I can use it.
Wow.
Did you know that I'm gay?
No, but now I do.
He wants me to be more public about it. So, anyway.
Just go public, man. It's okay to be gay.
Thanks. Hey, man, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man.
Evil Corp is 80% of our business. If we lose them, it's gonna be it for us. It's gonna be it.
I'm getting the sense that the narrative will become, I don't know. I mean, since we are experiencing the story from Elliot's perspective, and everybody's starting to say, you know, like, Evil Corp and all, I'm getting the unreliable narrative feeling in regards to the story. Like, his perception of reality may not actually be reality itself. The posters there.
Server should be back up soon enough.
Well, that's the guy that was... Okay.
I think you should come with me. But only if you didn't delete it.
You talking to me?
I mean, that was the guy in the beginning, right? That was also in the train.
Obviously, you're gonna ask a lot of questions. It's weird what you're doing right now, I get it.
Elliot looks somewhat excited.
It went on the dude's computer. Tracked them all down through emails, VPN sessions, chat messages, texts. It ends when you walk out that door and begins when you walk in. Our encryption is the real world.
Okay.
How do you talk to each other then?
We don't. We come and go, work on the project when we can. If they fail...
DDoS attack last night. You were testing me.
Huh.
I just wanted you to see the place.
Pretty cool place.
This is a delusion. Is this a delusion? Shit, I'm a schizo.
Well, don't say that. Now I'm gonna doubt everything.
I know, I realize I'm saying all of this to an imaginary person. But I created you. I didn't create this.
Yeah.
Shit.
What?
She wasn't supposed to be here.
Why is she still here?
This is great. Elliot, I'm happy for you.
No, it's not like that.
Well, maybe it should be. You know, it's good that you're dating.
Well...
Property was owned by Fun Society Amusement, LLC for 13 years.
Fun Society, F Society.
Okay, cut the bullshit. When are you gonna give us access to the root directory?
What?
Dude, come on. I wrote that rootkit. I still have to put Colby's IP in the DAT file.
Okay. Not what he was expecting, not what I was expecting.
Just called me a dickhead.
Yeah, that's Darlene.
Darlene.
Oh, it's beautiful. Gets better the
Did I saw that right? E Real Estate Corp?
I'm here to tell you I'm turning you in, giving them all the information.
Let me tell you why you're really here. You're here because you sense something wrong with the world. Something you can't explain. A conglomerate so deeply entrenched in the world's economy. But too big to fail doesn't even come close to describing it. Every record of every credit card, loan, and mortgage would be wiped clean. It'd be impossible to reinforce outdated paper records. It'd all be gone. The single biggest incident of wealth redistribution in history.
Hell yeah, I'm in.
You don't take down a conglomerate by shooting them in the heart. It's the thing about conglomerates. They don't have hearts.
Oh. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, he's doing it. So now he has 2 envelopes. Villains. Evil always wins? He's bringing out the white envelope.
We should start with our account executive, Angela.
Okay, we first noticed the breach at 2:07 a.m. Eastern Standard on Friday night.
You mean Saturday?
It was a smarter move to have someone come in so they can log in on a secure line.
Exactly. Then Lloyd was able to info.
Actually, just 1 second.
The way he cuts Angela off every time. That's gonna tick Elliot off, man.
Now that that's taken care of, let's pick it up where we left off.
Oh.
What happened to Angela? She knows more about what happened.
She's not going to work out for us. Not on this level. We need to stick to the more tech-savvy here.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna pull up the blue envelope.
And look through a packet for the next 20 minutes.
He notices.
Right? Just who did this?
He notices. Oh, shit. What was dude's name again? Tyler? Kyler? I'm forgetting his name.
Once you decrypt it, you'll know where the hack came from. No news, no arrests, no revolution. No Mr. Robot. No F Society.
Whoa.
What I wouldn't give to be normal. To live in that bubble.
Huh.
The reality of the naive.
Huh.
I'm missing something, I'm missing something, I'm missing something. Michael Hansen isn't his real name.
You're the guy that used my phone.
You cheated on your current wife with 7 different women. I got digital proof of all of it. Ashley Madison, online escorts, fake Facebook pages. I own it all.
He got it.
The police.
Yeah, one of the escorts was 15.
Ooh. Yikes.
That 15 part I made up, but he did have a proclivity for young escorts that helped to lie. I'm not gonna do any of that.
Wow.
Krista needs to avoid dickheads like you in the future. Her radar needs fixing. One more thing. I'm gonna need something from you.
He was kind of abusive towards his dog, so.
I think Angela blames me for what happened at the Evil Court meeting. What do? I need to talk to her.
Well, I think you just answered your own question. Talk to her.
She won't respond to any of my texts or emails.
Then go to her in person.
I know that you were just trying to help, but just don't do it again. Even if I'm losing, let me lose.
I do get where she's coming from, though. Oh, yeah. Give her a hug. Yeah. Human interaction. Okay, this might be delusions. What's on the TV?
FBI agents claim that Colby either used hacking groups or worked in conjunction with them to pressure Evil Corp during his contract negotiation.
Oh, it's everywhere. You know what? I got chills. I'm getting goosebumps.
Sir, step inside the car.
Oh.
Sir.
Oh, shit.
Step inside the vehicle now.
Oh, shit. They're probably asking him, like, because he is the one who hand them, like, the data over, bring him for, like, further interrogation, just making sure, and, the data matches and whatever. Ah. the shot from the very beginning of the episode. Oh, I love these shots. Deliberately out of focus on all of them. That's him. Oh shit.
Bonsoir, Elliot.
Please tell me you're seeing this too.
I am. Ah, that's the end of the episode. Ah. That was a pretty good first episode. That was a pretty good first episode. Okay, that was Mr. Robot, Season 1, Episode 1. Fantastic first episode, I would say. It is long. It is a 1 hour long episode, but I do feel like it covered a lot of necessary aspects to set up the whole series. I really, really like Elliot as a character. I think there is a lot of room for him to grow as a character in the future. Like, we can do a lot of things with this character, you know, especially with all of the flaws that he has right now, like from his social anxiety, his disassociative uh position around everybody, including the people that he does want to protect. There's this like conflict within him that in order to protect them, I have to stay away from them and whatever. You know, the usual. But he is very unique in the sense that he is the main protagonist, obviously, but he is also the narrator of the show, and he is an unreliable narrator. He is, because we are experiencing the world, we are experiencing this story through his lens, and his lens of the world is sort of distorted, right? There is truths here, but there are also parts where it can stray into the delusionment, if that makes sense, because that is a thing that this first episode has brought up already. You know, like, Elliot, take your meds. Take your meds. Are the black, you know, are the men in black still appearing in your, you know, in your vision and whatever? And there's a lot that we can kind of dive deeper into. Like, you know, like, speaking of like the men in black in question, for example, you know, like, there is the truths, there is the truth in that he is seeing quote unquote men in black, people in suits, but it's like the delusionment of, are they actually, you know, like, you know, from the government or whatever, or they're just, you know, like, normal working people who are just so happen to be there, you know, like, it's this sort of warp reality that Elliot is giving himself in order to justify some of his actions and some of his own paranoia, you know. So there is that, but then there's also like the evil corp aspect, which I find that to be very, I love what they're doing. I love what they're doing, but it's also, you know, as I mentioned, it can uh uh it can give me, the audience, probably the wrong impression on what otherwise would have been real or fake, if that makes sense. You know, like, people are not saying evil corp, you know, willingly. That's just how Elliot hears it. That is just how he perceives people say it, because none of these people are willing to say evil corp. I mean, hell, every time he looks at the E, it just turns into evil, right? Whether it is in posters and whatever. Like, it's very unsubtle, right? But that's like, as I mentioned, you know, that's kind of like the beginning, you know, like, this is like the first phase, or like the first aspect of his own delusionment, and it's not quote unquote wrong per se. It's just a matter of like, well, how much am I going to trust the narrative in this regard? So that's going to be like something that I am very keen to see, like, how I'm gonna experience and how I'm gonna feel in the future, you know, as the story progresses. Like, how much am I experiencing a world that is so distant from reality as it is? speaking about like the characters themselves, I already mentioned Elliot. Angela, I find to be in a rather, I would say in a rather typical situation. I can't really say much about her, but she is in this like, you know, typically speaking, we have a friend. We have a, we have a childhood friend character who is growing ever more distant from our main character, not necessarily because she wants to grow distant, but because of various factors, including our own main protagonist fumbling every now and again, right? She can either be a very close ally to us, or she can actually turn into a major opponent, right? She could, because from what I'm getting at from this episode, especially near the end with her character, is that she really wants to stay in this company. She wants to stay in this position, and she wants to be involved in all of the discussions from, with the power, with the higher ups, right? And it's this, I am sensing this struggle of wanting to get a higher position within the company from her. And if that does happen, then that just means that she gets a higher and higher and higher position of power, whereas our character, who wants to take down people in power, fuck society and all, well, that's just gonna be like a major conflict of interest, right? She's gonna be up there, we're gonna be bringing down the people who is up there with her, she is with them, like I'm sensing like that could be the case for her character in the future. But then we also got Tyrell. He immediately, I'm immediately interested in this character because he immediately steals the scene in my eyes. From when we first met him, he reads Elliot's minds. Like he understands completely. Like we hear Elliot's narration about like, who is this dude? Like it's kind of impossible. How does this dude who's like in like, in a higher executive position knows about Linux of all things? And then Tyrell just says it immediately afterwards. Like, hey, yeah, I know what you're thinking. Like how could I know about like Linux or whatever? Like, who is this dude? Who is this dude? I'm sensing that he is probably on the same level of Elliot in terms of like their understanding of technology, but they're just on opposing sides. Very interested to see like what the not the finale, but like the final moment of this episode is going to bring on the next episode, because we are seeing Tyrell right there. Also, Tyrell as a name. You know what I'm thinking of? Blade Runner, Tyrell Corp. Yeah, not subtle at all. But now that I'm thinking about it, like what is it? Why did they bring Elliot there? Like that's like the thing that I'm kind of interested to see. Like their dynamic. I'm sensing like a really cool, rivalry between the two of them, if that could be the case. And then we got Mr. Robot himself. Mr. Robot. At least that's I'm referring to the dude as Mr. Robot because he has a jacket that says Mr. Robot, and he is the one who kind of recruited Elliot. So I was kind of right in what I talked about in the very beginning of the video, where I said maybe he's not Mr. Robot, maybe he's somebody else. Elliot is not Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot is somebody else. Who is it? What is his importance? Not sure yet. That whole F society thing is such a mystery to me at the moment. But yeah. I will say that I am very much curious to see how far this show is gonna go, because we're already setting up a lot of things in this first episode, and we're already setting up a lot of themes and a lot of messaging. Like the messaging here is very clear. Like we don't need to further, to further examine that in the sense that we already laid it out. Fuck society. We are being, like the whole thing is like, it's very clear in terms of like the even the political messaging of the show. It's very clear what it is trying to do and what it is trying to say to us, the audience. I'm very much down for it. It's what was the name? What was his name? The dude that is like dating Angela right now. I love when Elliot was describing him. He's just basically describing, yeah, this dude, you know, this conservative dude who likes George W. Bush and Transformers too. Like he's so enamored with like the media propaganda of you know like the of American nationalism and whatever. I was like, okay, you're not being subtle about this, but I do love it. I do love it. So yeah, I'm very much keen, and I'm very much curious to see like where the show is gonna go. Not much to predict, currently speaking. But yeah. Oh, look at this. Huh. I love the shot.
Give a man a gun and he can rob a bank. Or give a man a bank and he can rob the world.
Huh.
Little reductive, but still.
Look at this, the separation. Oh.
I want to offer you a position here at Evil Corp.
Of course. Haha.
Can I think about it?
Gentlemen, I need a room. Yes, thank you. Yes, yes.
Okay then. Oh man, I love that shot. The way the pillars separate Elliot from the rest.
Evil Corp has just named me interim CTO. It won't be long until it's official.
Of course, of course.
In a way, it's kind of, what's the word in English? Serendipitous, right? We're going to handle everything internally. Which means all of our vendors, including Allsafe, will be cut loose. And when that happens, I want you to be where you belong.
I think I'm happy where I am.
So he declines. Oh, Beethoven. Symphony number 7. Oh, oh.
Well, I thought I'd ask.
Dude, this shot. Excellent use of Beethoven's symphony right here. This is an amazing musical choice here. To showcase order and chaos at the same time. It's one of my favorite Beethovens.
Call this number if you need to get in touch with Mr. Wellick. You can call me Mr. X.
Mr. X, huh?
Come on, you never seen JFK? Oliver Stone movie? Anyway, you can call me Mr. Sutherland for now. Don't hesitate to reach me when you're ready.
Mr. Sutherland.
Give me my phone.
We can set a date right now.
No, we're not.
Later.
I gotta go. Thank you very much.
Have me up?
No.
Have me up?
No.
While we're here, do you mind if I re-up?
It's a little early to re-up this thing.
Deviating from schedule a little.
Promises matter, okay? You know, I take this shit to heart.
I'm loving these shots, man. The positions of the character and everything. I love it.
Hey, man. What, you think I forgot about you? Trust me, I need you now more than ever.
Talking to us again, the audience? The imaginary friend?
He doesn't even use two-step verification. His password was just his wife's maiden name and Sweden's independence date 6/6. 1/6 away from the obvious, but still, this is bad news practice.
1/6 away. Yeah.
This doesn't make sense. Did he know I was gonna hack him? Did he let me?
Look at the framing again. They've been doing it a lot in this episode. It's only been 10 minutes.
Come on.
Kept the photo. Is that Wallace on the whiteboard? You know, Wallace and Gromit.
How do I go back to work after this? How can I focus on anything? And when's Mr. Robot gonna contact me again? What's he waiting for? It could have easily been a junk file.
Oh, come on. You're never sure about anything unless there's something to be sure about.
Hmm.
Maybe you don't know me that well.
Hmm.
Hello, Evil Corp. We are F Society. Our latest hack was our last warning. Meet our demands and we will consider not destroying you. First, release our leader, Terry Colby, from your illegitimate prison immediately. Consider yourself warned.
Play it again.
Yo, my album just dropped.
That was definitely Mr. Robot, right? Like I can hear his voice, even though it's distorted a bit.
This other couple we were going with totally bailed. Why don't you come with? The steaks are badass. It's $29.95.
Sure that Elliot would like that.
Yeah, okay.
It's the Men in Black.
Okay, awesome, man. I'll take it if you leave us alone.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'll tweet, but only if I like it. All right, I only have 48 followers, but it's growing.
We need to call in sick and lie low for.
Shayla?
Dude, Jesus Christ, I am naked, asshole. Don't stare at me. I'm stealing your clothes. My dress has cum stains on it.
How did you get in here?
My stuff is just in the wash. I'm gonna borrow this for the time being. Oh, by the way, your dog shat on your bed.
Please take Flipper for a while. She probably needs a walk or something.
Okay, we got more Darlene stuff. That's cool. That's cool. Be part of the solution, not the pollution. Bars.
Why wouldn't I know where you live?
I don't know. I don't know where you live.
Quick!
Oh.
For all we know, I could be walking into a trap right now. We could be dead the second I walk through that door.
Come on, kid.
I like how
We
he's
got
saying
big
we.
things in store.
Like,
Big things.
the audience is, you know, a part of this. Like, we're with Elliot on this.
Why does she know where I live?
Let's not focus on her. That'll be like entering a bad K-hole you'll never wake up from.
No,
Instead,
let's focus on her,
focus on the
please.
next phase of our project.
How does she know where he live? I mean, doesn't really matter if I'm being honest.
That neat little ditty was Trenton's idea. She may look innocent, but I'd be careful. She's got some Allah Akbar in her.
What?
Workers? Anyone living around the plant? And they all die?
Well, give them a head start. Sound some alarms. They'll be fine. The redundant backups at their eastern data center in China. The Dark Army is covering us on that.
The Dark Army?
They got no code. They hack for anyone. Terrorists, North Korea, Iran, Russia.
Which means they hate U.S. capitalism just as much as anyone.
Fair.
No, I'm not killing anyone.
Tell me one thing, Elliot. Are you a 1 or a 0? Are you a yes or a no? Are you gonna act or not?
You've been staring at a computer screen way too long, homie. Life's not that binary.
Isn't it? You want to change the world? You become a yes. You become a 1. So I'll ask you again.
You become the one.
This is about how those bastards slowly killed your father and how you wished he'd done something about it, but he didn't. Because he was a 0, just like you're being right now.
Shit, she's right. I'm culpable now. No, we're culpable. You're in this with me. So start thinking of solutions now.
Using the reflections, the two sides, the inner conflict within him. Yeah.
Yo, Shayla.
Yo, bro.
Who are you?
Can I help you with something?
Oh.
Shayla.
Yo, she'll be out in a minute.
Why is she not responding? Shayla not answering is not making me feel easy. That's for sure.
Forgot to introduce myself. I'm
Fernando Vera, Shayla's supplier, one of the worst human beings I've ever hacked. His password? Eat a dick 6969. After only a couple of hours of timing his tweets with related news articles, I figured out that Biscuit and Clickety clearly reference guns, and the ultimate, rock to sleep early. I haven't made the direct connection to a hit yet, but the math of guns plus bullets usually adds up to one thing.
Well, you ain't never Googled it? And you gotta do that. The meaning of a person's name is important, bro. Yo, she good. She good.
Now relax, buddy. Relax. I don't like the way he's holding his dick, you know. It's making me feel even more uneasy.
Never could get that shit right. Biology
Whoa.
wasn't my strong suit.
All those scars.
I mean, us, being here, this has beautiful meaning. But make no mistake, that girl in there is mine.
Thought it was gonna say serendipitous. You know.
Shayla.
She's breathing. That's good. The bruise and yeah, that's that I don't like.
Remember having sex with him?
No.
But he definitely does. Okay, let's go.
Oh man, hate him. Hate him.
What if he does it again?
Promise me you won't do anything. I'm serious, Elliot. There's nothing to be done here. It's not like I have a choice.
Everybody has a choice. Elliot also has a choice to not keep to his promise, and he will absolutely do something.
That's what this is all about. The yeses and nos of life. But do we decide them, or do they decide us? So I quit cold turkey or let Vera exist. I know what you're thinking.
Quite the dilemma.
The answer's too obvious. Vera may have been groping Shayla before, but he's graduated to rape.
Yeah. Rocked. Yeah, Vera's gotta go. Those paintings were interesting.
Not good. Coke and Pepsi. McDonald's or Burger King? Hyundai or Honda? It's the illusion of choice. Half of us can't even pick our cable, the gas, electric. Even if we did, would it matter?
You did it.
No, man. Our choices are prepaid for us a long time ago.
The PC.
It's part of this project. Thought I was gonna be part of something special.
When we spoke about your father, you talked about how he chose to do nothing when he was battling his cancer. You've told people about it. He could have sought better care than what he was getting.
It's different.
What's different is you found options, Elliot. That's the power you have. That's the control you own. You don't have to just take what life gives you.
Exactly.
Shut up!
He's going through
You're jittery.
withdrawal right now. Oh. Oh, that was just a leak. Thought it was crying. Or maybe he was crying. Yeah, maybe that was his tears then.
Well, we'll just have to ask him tomorrow. Every time I try to play it or rip it, it just freezes up my computer and spits it back out again.
Something's wrong. Should I go over there and just...
Oh.
My Arizona buddy Fred hit me up. Wants to grab a drink.
Arizona buddy. Yeah. Well, that was the CD, wasn't it? Yeah. This is what happens when you try to play random CDs that a stranger gives you. Oh. Oh. Oh, look at this.
A debt you have to pay, because remember, you walked away.
I thought you didn't believe in debts.
Not true. I believe in debts. I believe in erasing them.
Fair enough.
I want you to tell me about your father.
I don't know what you want me to say. We were close. Very close. He was my best friend. Worked at Evil Corp his whole life.
Hmm.
Was one of the best computer engineers they had. A few months go by, he got sicker and sicker. Finally, I got so worried. Told my mom. I remember I tried to hug him, tell him I'm sorry, and kept shoving me away. Shoved me so hard, I fell backwards out the window. I fell and I broke my arm.
I like the way he's opening up about this to Mr. Robot. Whereas with the therapist, he was, you know, he was still closed off.
I understand what it's like to lose a parent.
I didn't do anything to him. I was trying to help him.
Betraying his trust.
I was 8 years old.
You didn't commit to the sacred pact you'd formed.
What? I mean, it's not that far down, I assume, because we saw like the... That's crazy, he just shoved him off. Okay, Mr. Robot, episode 2. This was another pretty solid episode. Here's how I'm feeling about the show so far. I'm enjoying it. It's been great. This is also a slow show. I'm not saying this as a negative, by the way. No, what I'm trying to say is that because this has a much more slower feel to it, it's... I don't know. I'm just trying to say, like, from a reaction point of view, it's not as, you know, it's not... I'm not gonna have any, like, super, like, you know, reactions, if you will, unlike other shows that are, you know, that presents a lot more, you could say, that showcases something that will elicit a more emotive response from me. Let's just put it that way. Because Mr. Robot is great, but it's great when I'm like fully locked in. I don't know how else to describe it. You know, it's the kind of show that is slower, it's more quieter, I would say, fits the tone of the show, at least for now. You know, like, I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. You know, like, I might be getting like a full-on, you know, thriller hacking sequence or whatever that is gonna, you know, that is gonna be nail-biting and whatever. But for the time being, at least for these first 2 episodes, while I am really enjoying the show, and I'm really enjoying the narrative. I'm really enjoying the themes, especially the themes. My God. But as far as reactions go, this I would consider this to be it's not a reactionary worthy show. I don't know, or maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me so far. I don't know. Maybe other people have a far more emotive response to the show. I'm just saying this because I am very conscious about like my own reactions throughout the many reactions that I've done in the channel, and Mr. Robot definitely falls under the reactions where I am a lot more where I am less talkative at many times, and it's yeah. I don't know if people care about any of that. I'm sure most of you don't really care that much about it. This is just something that I care personally, because oftentimes I find myself, whenever I'm not really adding anything to the reaction, that I start to feel, a little bit, I just start feeling like maybe some people won't be as engaged. But with that being said, there are still plenty of things that I find to be pretty engaging throughout this episode. I would say the beginning of the episode. Oh, beautiful. That opening segment in this episode was fantastic. The use of cinematography, the way the frame was blocked, the way Elliot is separated using the pillar from everybody else. It was just beautiful visual storytelling, because you can feel the distance between Elliot and everybody else. It's also, from like the framing of that opening segment, the use of negative spaces, the office space, and the use of orderly lines to elicit some form of this kind of like superpower emanating throughout the space, throughout that setting, that is kind of encapsulating Elliot. Like, Elliot feels like he is out of his league. Like, he feels out of place, because he is. He is at the very center of Evil Corp. Like he was at that point at the heart of Evil Corp. Like he was there, right? And the whole sequence was beautifully directed, and the whole exchange between Elliot and Tyrell. Oh, Tyrell as a character really intrigues me a lot. Because not only was he one of the first characters that surprised Elliot, right? Because of his knowledge of computers, even though he was, someone who is like at the top, like he's like the CEO, or he's not the CEO, not yet at least. He probably, he's saying that he will be, like it's about to be finalized. But the fact that, like Elliot had a preconceived notion of like who Tyrell is, and then Tyrell kind of surprised him because Tyrell is more knowledgeable than he, than Elliot thought. In fact, I would even go as far as to say that Tyrell is probably, maybe, potentially, on the same level as Elliot in terms of like their knowledge. The only difference between the two of them is that we've already seen Elliot do his thing, so we know that he is, we know his capabilities, and he's because of his position, socially and economically speaking, because of his position, it makes more sense for him to be in this, to have this kind of knowledge and talent. Stereotypical, yes, for his kind of character archetype, but still. Whereas with Tyrell, like he's being painted as like the CEO character archetype, like the rich, the complete polar opposite in terms of like social and economic position from Elliot. But I guess that is what makes his character unique and interesting, you know. Weirdly enough, Tyrell, now that I'm thinking about it, Tyrell does kind of remind me a little bit of Lex Luthor, you know, the evil mastermind. Well, evil sometimes, but you know, like the usual antagonist of his of the stories that he is in. But he is also, you know, in this position of power. You know, he is like the evil mastermind and whatever. Like he has this, but he has the skills, right? He has the skills. He has the power. Um, and in this kind of show, you know, power is everything. There's a lot of responsibilities if you do have these sorts of powers, and what you do with said powers, you know, are you gonna do it for you know, for good, for evil? President of Evil Corp, what are you gonna do about it, right? But really, you know, I'm just going off on a tangent on Tyrell specifically because he is such an interesting character for me. Because like Elliot, I've already talked a little bit about Elliot from the first episode, and I feel like nothing has changed for me in terms of like who I perceive Elliot is as a character, and I don't think that is gonna change for like the next foreseeable future. He is the protagonist, of course. So I would reckon his character journey and his his own, you know, his own person and what have you will probably remain consistent from beginning to end. You know, that's usually the case. You know, the protagonist is usually going to be the one who will remain the most consistent. Like his initial ideals will probably be more refined, be more realized by the end, whereas other characters, they're more prone to change, you know. But going back to Tyrell, because I was going to talk about like Tyrell, there is a reason why he wanted to pick Elliot, I would imagine. Because I'm going back to like what happened in the first episode. He realized that Elliot changed the, you know, the folder, right? Elliot was gonna give the white folder, if I remember correctly, was the color, and that was gonna be like, you know, that was gonna contain the disc that will pretty much expose F Society and Mr. Robot and Darlene and everybody else in that group. But he changed his mind, right? He changed his mind, gave the blue folder instead, and that moment, Tyrell notices. He was the only one in that room who notices that Elliot changed the folder, right? So he knows, right? Elliot doesn't know that Tyrell notices it, right? And that's kind of like the fun part. So I'm trying to think, you know, I'm trying to figure out like what is Tyrell's overall goal when he is hiring Elliot? Is it so that he can get closer to Elliot to figure out what is actually going on? Because I do firmly believe that he has the intuition. He has the you know, the correct assumption that something is going on with Elliot, and he wants to know what it is. Because again, as I mentioned, you know, like Tyrell and Elliot, they're kind of like probably, you know, like different sides of the same coin, you know, at least in terms of like their general knowledge and what have you. Because I'm trying to imagine, you know, like from Tyrell's point of view, like maybe Tyrell is also as paranoid as Elliot, but for many different reasons. You know, like he's also thinking about like, who is this person? Who is this Elliot? You know, like that scene in this episode when Elliot was trying to hack into Tyrell and trying to see, you know, like his Facebook account or whatever, his social media, you know, histories, and he sees it all as like it's all too clean, it's all too good, and then he starts being paranoid, like, what if he knows? What if this is what he wants? You know, and then he starts getting rid of like his PC and he, you know, destroying all of the, you know, his data and whatever. Like I'm trying to imagine, like, does Tyrell kind of go into like, you know, if he went through the same kind of phase of like, who is this Elliot? Like what is going on with this? So that I like I'm thinking like that could be a fun way to explore Tyrell as a character, because I really hope, I really wish and hope that Tyrell becomes a major character in this. He has so much potential. Elliot, his character's already laid out. I get his character. Tyrell, on the other hand, he has potential. Like he's the kind of character that I'm more interested at the moment, because again, like because of the potential and because of like the many different ways that we can explore his character. You know, um, but yeah, that opening segment, beautiful, beautifully done. I love it. Love the exchange between the two characters, the dialogue, ending the segment with Beethoven's Seventh Symphony. Mwah. I love that. Maybe I'm a bit biased. It's one of my, if not my favorite Beethoven piece. Well, okay. Okay, I don't know about that, but but I love listening to Beethoven's Seventh Symphony. So when I heard those notes, I was like, oh, oh yes, always love me some good classical music in my shows or movies, and I love it even more when I actually recognize the songs. Like yes, really well put together, by the way, because Symphony Number 7 I always associate with order and chaos. Um, and that scene in particular just extrudes order and chaos. Like Tyrell represents order, Elliot represents chaos. Beautiful scene. Beautiful scene. The rest of the episode, I would say the rest of the episode we are following a very, I'm not saying this as a negative, but it is very predictable in where it was gonna go after the first segment. Like after Elliot refuses the the offer from Tyrell, he also refuses the offer from Mr. Robot, right? Because of this, like the conflict between the conflict within his mind is just kind of this constant battle between him and himself, on like what to do and what not to do. His as this episode kind of talks about throughout, like the yes and no's, like you are given a choice, what do you do? In the first episode, that was also like the same thing, like it was kind of a again, like the initial test for Elliot was a yes or no situation, right? Whether he wants to delete the file or keep the file. And we're really hammering that down again in this episode, like even more so than in the first episode. Matter, choices and all. And I'm gonna have a gut feeling that these kinds of choices, yes or no's, that's gonna become very prominent throughout the course of the series. I would imagine like Elliot's gonna be given a lot of choices. He's gonna be in this position where there's always gonna be two roads that he could choose, and he has to choose between one or the other. And you know what? I feel like we're also gonna be getting times where sometimes the choices are black and white, as what Mr. Robot says. That is how Mr. Robot kind of explains to Elliot in this episode, like the choices, like yes or no, these are black and white choices. Whereas Elliot says, like, hey man, sometimes it's also gray, which I'm kind of surprised, like that coming from Elliot, the guy who's all about like fuck society, and it seems like his position is all set, but it's not really, because again, like that conflict between within himself. And I love that Mr. Robot in this episode, kind of weirdly enough, kind of acting like his therapist, like his actual therapist, because in this episode we saw that Elliot, when he was talking to his therapist, he wasn't really opening up about himself. He keeps shutting himself off from his therapist because I guess in a way he sees his therapist as kind of an extension of society. Um, Even though he understands that the therapist is just trying to help Elliot, but he also understands that from the like the therapist is not really his quote unquote friend. Like he's paying his therapist to be his paid friend, if you will. Not trying to I'm not trying to devalue the therapist in all shapes or forms. You guys rock. You guys are helping a lot of people. But I'm just trying to speak on like from Elliot's perspective, from Elliot's point of view, which is interesting because when Elliot finally discusses with Mr. Robot, even though yes, technically speaking, Mr. Robot is just giving him like an ultimatum, like you open up about your father, or I will not accept you into our super secret society that hates society. Like I'm not gonna let you into our club if you don't just speak up about your father. Which Elliot says, okay, sure, I'll do it. And yet when he does it anyways, even though he is doing it initially reluctantly, because that is like the only way that he has to do in order to get into into F society, he says it when he is recounting his experience with his father and how he feels about his father. He says it in a way that I find to be more genuine than he let on, because as I kind of said, like initially he only says this because he like he's just opening this up so that he can get so that he can open the door, right, so he can enter. But as he talks about it, he slowly becomes more and more friendly in his mannerisms, in his the way he's the way he talks about his father. Like it's not just a checklist of like, all right, here are things that I must talk about my father. No, he actually almost like tells a story to Mr. Robot, who then proceeds to shove him off. So I'm very excited to see like how the next episode is gonna continue on from that. But yeah, man, this episode was really, really good. Darlene got a little bit of shine in this episode. I cannot wait to see Darlene more. She seems super friendly towards Elliot, so I am curious to know like how we're gonna develop her relationship with Elliot. I think that could be interesting. I mean, she opened. She was able to get inside Elliot's apartment and showers there. As if that is her house. Like she just walks in on it. On there. Like treating it as if this is her home, even though she's never been here before. So there is that friendliness from her. Maybe too friendly, like she's super close to Elliot. Maybe that's just her personality. Maybe that's just her character. And it definitely makes Elliot a little bit uncomfortable. Like what are you doing? Why are you in my house? But yeah, here's what I'm also getting at. I don't know if this is just like a formula of the show so far, but the whole evil corp aspect feels like something that is still in the back for obvious reasons, right? That's like the big thing. That is like the big main final objective that we are striving to to reach, but that is a long way to go, right? So it makes sense for it to at the moment still be in the back of the narrative. The stuff that is kind of in the forefront, or I would say the stuff that we are being presented in this episode and gets resolved in the same episode, that's kind of like the formula that I am seeing right now. Like Elliot, like in the first episode, Elliot has to deal with the like the guy who is dating his therapist, who is faking his identity, who who is obviously a piece of shit, who possibly is attracted to minors, even though not really, even though Elliot made that up, but he believed it, so there is that kind of connotation to it. Like that was like the thing that Elliot was kind of half focused on in the first episode. Like that was like the thing that he was fixated on. Like, well, I have to, I have to finish this. I have to resolve this somehow, and he does. He resolves it at the end of the episode, right? Here we got the thing with the Fernando, Vera, I believe was his name, the guy who was supplying Shayla all of the drugs that Elliot kinda wants, Um, it was set up in the beginning of the episode, and then we kind of got the payoff at the end. Also, really cool to incorporate that into like Elliot's own personal conflict on like, his uh his growing dependence on on hard drugs and all. So yeah, I thought I thought that was pretty cool. Um, Pretty cool of Elliot to do it. I mean, um, I don't know what's gonna happen in the next couple of episodes though. That's the thing. Like, I'm not sure if this is gonna be like the formula, where in the next episode we're gonna be seeing another quote unquote bad person that Elliot is gonna hand over to the police or whatever because that's the right thing to do. And if that is the case, then I can obviously see like as we progress into the season, that is going to be put aside when all of the evil corpse stuff comes into fruition, and that takes center stage because the evil corpse stuff is not taking center stage right now. I'm not feeling it yet. We're still dealing with Elliot and his trauma and his past and his conflict with what he wants to do. He wants to be a hero. He wants to stay in the shadows because he's afraid that by becoming the hero, he's gonna attract a lot of a lot of bad people towards him as well. There's also this really, really absurd theory that I have right now that kind of does not make any sense, but I'm gonna say it anyways. There's like a 1% feeling that I have. Like, what if all of this is just in his head? Like, what if Mr. Robot doesn't exist? What if Darlene doesn't exist? Like, what if all of that stuff, all of that, interaction that he has, that is just something that he made up in his mind to justify his actions? Like, what if all of that is just, what if that all, like, he's just not taking his medicine and he's just starting seeing things and like that's just all in his head? I don't think that's the case. I feel like all of these characters are real. But he is an unreliable narrative, as I kind of mentioned in the first episode, right? He sees the world differently. He perceives the world differently. Everybody's saying Evil Corp, even though that's not really the name. That's just how he sees it. So who is to say how far into the show I will get before I realize half of the shit that I just watched wasn't real to begin with? I don't know. Is it that kind of show? Remains to be seen. But so far, really fantastic show. Like I said, I'm really enjoying Mr. Robot. This has been a blast. I'm enjoying the themes. I'm enjoying the message of the story so far. It's very, it's resonating a lot with me. I do also feel like this is the kind of show that I'm watching in the right time and the right age. I feel like if I watched this like years ago, I may not have appreciated as much as I do right now, especially in the current political climate of the world. But yeah, it's been fantastic. It's been great. I don't know if you guys enjoyed the reaction, but hopefully I was able to provide a really solid reaction nonetheless. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I will see you all next time. Take care, everybody. Have a nice day. Peace.